So I see a few people are already joining us, so bear with us a few minutes, please, while we're waiting for more people to join. Thank you everyone for coming in. So I see more students and national organizers are joining. Thank you all for joining. Bear with us a few minutes. We're just waiting and giving a little bit of time for everyone to join. A few more joined us. Okay, I'll wait 2 more minutes. Yes, I see more names coming up. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Just bear with us 1 more minute and then we'll get started. So maybe while we're waiting for a few other people to join us as attendees, just make sure everyone is on mute. You can see that by clicking on your microphone icon in your controls. Use chat to engage with each other and use Q&A to raise any questions during the session. For full screen video of a person, click on the 3 dots in their screen and pin speaker. This session is being recorded as well for your information. Also, please note, some portions will be live, so bear in mind that some technical glitches might happen, such as connectivity issues, and some portions will be on video. But we wanted to make sure we connect live with you as much as possible. So welcome again, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the second trip. I am Ellen, if you haven't met me last time, and I'm the MC across all of these travels. Before we start on today's journey, I want to congratulate this year's winners of the Stockholm Junior Water Prize competition from Japan, Hiroki and Takuma. Enjoy today's trip with us, and I'm very happy to introduce you to some of our senior leaders today. Because of the pandemic, some of them will join from home and some are in our offices with the necessary precautions. We hope you understand. Okay. So I think we're ready to start. Let me give you a few more details about our journey. Last week, you were able to visit our headquarters in Rybrook, New York, and talk to our CEO and CMO. You will be able to assist in 5 digital meetups in total and take a travel with us around the world to some of the Xylem locations. In total, Xylem has 400 locations in more than 50 countries. I'm sorry we won't be able to show you all of these, but I guess the 5 are really a very good view of what Xylem is all about. Today, we are in India, where we have our technology centers in 2 campuses, with more than 380 employees based there. As I already mentioned last week, we are very proud to support this program, and we have been the founding global sponsor of Stockholm Junior Water Prize for more than 20 years. Xylem was also instrumental in helping the Stockholm International Water Institute to develop the Water Tank, the digital platform to promote the Stockholm Junior Water Prize and the achievements of its participants. We support the Stockholm Junior Water Prize as part of Xylem's commitment to promote innovation in the water sector and also to promote the next generation of innovators, talented minds like all of you, this year's finalists. Thank you all for joining, and congratulations again to this year's winners, Japan. Let me hand over to Dave Clinton, Senior Vice President, Chief Innovation, Technology, and Product Management Officer. Dave, are you there?
I am. Thanks, Ellen. Appreciate it. And hello, everybody. So as Ellen said, I'm Dave Flinton. I'm the Chief Innovation, Technology, and Product Management Officer here at Xylem. And so what that means, long title, I and my teams, we're responsible for identifying and incubating new innovation, developing that into a commercial product, and then working with the sales and marketing teams to bring that to our customers. And then we manage that product throughout its life cycle, and that's the product management piece. I like to tell people I've got the best job in the company because I'm at the center of all these really cool product solutions, technologies that we have. I'm going to spend a few minutes introducing some of my team members from India, and I'm going to talk a little bit about how they fit into, the Tech Center fits into our overall innovation strategy. But first, I want to just echo what others have said and what Ellen just said is how proud I am of all of you, inspired by the work you've done. Really impressed with all of the projects. Really hope you'll consider joining us someday to help us in our cause. Congratulations to all of the winners. You should really be proud of the work that you've done, the impact that it potentially has on the environment. We're facing a lot of unprecedented issues, and we're going to need really passionate, creative people like yourselves to make a difference. And so specifically, Aditya and Iftikhar for the People's Choice Award, Zoe for the Diploma of Excellence, and then, of course, Hiroki and Takuma for the Grand Prize. And so well done, all of you. Congratulations. Before I hand it over to Venki and Sanjay, I want to say a few words about the innovation group itself, just to kind of frame it up for everybody and provide some context before we dive deep into one of our really key sites. So our R&D teams across the organization, we've got about 3,000 engineers. They're spread over 15 major technology centers across the globe. We have way more sites than that, but there's 15 major technology centers across the globe that are engaged in a material amount of research and development, from pumping, treatment, analytical instrumentation, metering, testing, digital solutions, and then consultative services, decision intelligence services, we call those. A lot of the development work gets done in our business units. But we've got several what we call centers of excellence across the globe that provide support to the business units on specific technologies and capabilities that might not exist really broadly across the businesses. And so, but they're really critical to developing our portfolio and delivering our solutions. And so we build some central centers of mass strength around those things. And those are things like power electronics, as more of our portfolio becomes digitized, and electronics and rotating equipment become combined. We've created power electronics, COE digital solutions, software and data science. So just some examples of some of the centers of excellence that we've got around the world. One of those central organizations that supports the entire Xylem enterprise, business units, as well as our sales and marketing teams, is our India Tech Center. As Ellen said, it's about 400 engineers across 2 campuses, one in Vadodara in the northwest part of India, and then one down south in Bangalore. The Vadodara campus is more heavily focused on mechanical technologies. The Bangalore campus down south is more heavily focused on electrical and software work. The rationale for setting up tech centers in India wasn't just to support the global businesses and the product development that's going on at a global level. Our goal and intent was to really build strong technical engineering expertise and development capability in emerging markets. Right? Emerging markets are growing very quickly. Tremendous water and wastewater infrastructure investment happening there. They're our fastest regions across the globe for Xylem, fastest growing regions across the globe for Xylem. And they tend to adopt the latest and greatest technology. So they're not encumbered by the older infrastructure, existing infrastructure in a lot of cases that's in place in some of the developed markets. They tend to leapfrog right to the latest and greatest technology. And you're going to hear some of that today from Venki and Sanjay about how they're involved in some of these very forward-looking smart infrastructure projects, if you will. The customer needs in emerging markets are pretty different in some cases than a lot of our developed markets. When I say developed markets, I mean in the US, Europe, Western Europe. So because of that, it's really important that we've got local expertise on the ground that can develop products with the capability to develop products for local markets. And it can be difficult, as you can imagine, for engineers, scientists, technologists in US and Europe to really walk in the shoes of folks in emerging markets, to think like emerging markets engineers, and develop products and solutions that really hit the mark. And so we do better when we've got that type of capability closer to the market and our customers.
Vadodara. The city got its name because of the copious amount of banyan, that is wood trees, present here, also known as Sanskari Nagri, the cultured city. This city does indeed have a rich cultural traditions. Vadodara, one of India's most cosmopolitan, is located to the southeast of Ahmedabad on the banks of river Vishwamitri. It is the hub for various industrial clusters. In this very city is located Xylem India Technology Center. The idea of Xylem ITC was to develop a full-fledged product development hub. Over a period of more than 10 years, Xylem ITC has been proficient in various fields of technical as well as commercial domains. Xylem ITC is becoming the regional innovation hub to create advanced and high-value products and solutions.
I welcome to you all in our virtual tour of Vadodara ITC campus. Here we are in a reception area right now. So guys, let's start our tour from our director Sanjay Verma. Let's go. Hello, namaste.
Namaste.
So here we have Waterwick audience with us. So
Yeah.
please walk us through ITC.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the e-visit of India Technology Center, Vadodara campus. I am Sanjay and I lead the India Technology Center's Vadodara campus. I have been with Xylem for about 8 years, and to just give you a brief about myself, I have been in the water industry in various roles for 30 plus years and have worked in multiple countries including India, Southeast Asia, mainly Singapore, and in Australia before joining Xylem. Now, before taking you around the tech center, I will share few slides with you to provide you with an overview of the India Technology Center Vadodara campus. I hope you are all able to see my slide. India Technology Center, also known as ITC, has two campuses in India. One in Vadodara, which was started about 10 years ago, and the second one in Bangalore, that was opened about 2.5 years back. I will focus on ITC Vadodara, while Venki, who is the Technology Center leader in Bangalore, will take you through the ITC Bangalore campus. ITC Vadodara is a 30,000 square feet facility that has about 190 plus engineers today, comprising of mechanical, electrical, electronics, and software. It also has a large tear-down facility with two MNC labs, one in the ITC facility and the other one in the Xylem factory. ITC Vadodara campus is strategically located near the Xylem India factory that supports us with prototype building and with testing facilities. The factory is about 25 kilometers from the ITC facility. Now, before I go into further details on what skill sets we have at ITC and the work that we do here, I would like to first give you a brief on why we have ITC. ITC is here to support the Xylem's 5 strategic priorities, as you will see on this slide, with key focus on strengthening innovation and technology to accelerate Xylem's business growth and maintain high vitality index of our products. Teams at ITC are extensions of global technology teams through which we create efficient business models, products and application expertise, rather than just being a generic pool of engineers. We then have these shared internally in ITC to leverage best practices across Xylem. As you see on the slide, the capabilities that we have in ITC Vadodara are very vast, and it covers each of the engineering disciplines of mechanical, electrical, electronics, and software engineering. For mechanical engineering, our core strengths are in mechanical design, hydraulics, computational fluid dynamics, finite element analysis, sustained engineering, and value engineering. Then we have electrical and control skills, which is mainly on electrical panel designs, application designs with programmable logic controllers, HMI, SCADA, programming, etc. We also have strong skill sets in application engineering, project and customer order engineering that supports the commercial teams across Xylem. You will note that the box for electronics, hardware, firmware, and software are shaded, and it just means that these skill sets that we have here in Vadodara overlap with the skill sets that we also have in ITC Bangalore campus. With these skill sets, we work on the product development for designing of smart products that communicates externally the critical parameters of our products and solutions. The work that the team does here can be broadly divided into 4 main categories, beginning with global engineering services that supports global product development and product sustaining services. And as an extension, we have a team that assists in value engineering and localization to accelerate Xylem growth globally as well as in the various emerging market regions. The work done is not just for cost reductions but also for customizing our products to meet the regional market standards and requirements. We also have our application and order engineering teams that support the commercial teams in the region on pre-bid and post-bid engineering. Finally, with the significant growth at both campuses, we are gradually becoming the regional innovation hub to create advanced and high-value products and solutions. So with this short overview of the India Technology Center, Khushbu will now take you through the Vadodara campus. Just to give you a brief, that the Vadodara campus has 3 floors and each floor has 2 wings. So there are a total of 6 wings where the ITC is spread out. Khushbu will walk you through each wing and starting from wing 2A. This is because I sit on wing 2A. So she will start from here. In this particular wing, we have all the product sustenance and maintenance group sitting here, and she will take you to Jagdish Patel, who will brief you on the product maintenance and sustaining work that we do here. And then from here, then she will move over into various wings, 2B, 3A, 3B, and then she will move down on the first floor. And then we'll be ending somewhere around, we'll end the walk around on the first floor. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sanjay, for your wonderful inputs. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So guys, now we are going to meet our other team leaders. So firstly, we are going to meet our sustain engineering team. So hello Jagdish. Good
Hi,
morning.
good morning.
So could you please guide us your sustain engineering team?
Yeah, sure. Hi, good morning. I am Jagdish Patel, mechanical engineer having 25 years experience in engineering and technology. I have been here since 2007, almost 13 years completed, and leading the sustain engineering team where we work on the commercial and manufacturing support. In commercial support, we do the live order engineering. So let me show you some examples. So we have defined some all standard process for order engineering as well as the manufacturing support. So here in order engineering, we get the order from the AWS USA teams, and we work here and we create the layouts in 3D and general arrangement drawings, and then bill of materials and everything. Then we submit all these things to USA team back. So they submit these to customers. And in manufacturing supports, we work on the ECR implementation works. In ECR implementation work, whenever there is a requirement in the modification in the drawings, so they generate the engineering change notes, and then we work on the modification in the drawings as well as the modification in the bill of materials. So that's the activity we perform here as a sustain engineering. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Jagdish, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful words. Thank you so much. So guys, now I would like to take you the other section of our campus where we have electronics and component systems and software development team. So guys, now we are entering in a two-way wing. Hello, Jigar.
Hi.
Namaste. So, Jigar, please introduce your team, software engineering team, to our team.
Sure. Hi. Good morning. Myself Jigar Mehta. I am Manager Software Engineering, India Technology Center. Me and my team here at ITC are responsible for developing software solutions for transport and dewatering applications. And as part of the software solutions, we develop mobile applications, desktop-based tools, SCADA softwares, cloud-based IoT application, and we also develop embedded software for pump controllers and IoT gateways. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jigar. Thank you so much. So guys, now we are look at our MNC lab. So where we have our electronics and control systems.
Software licenses, for example, we consider in VM licenses to be taken.
Hello, English.
Hi.
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 So can you please give a shorter tour of our MNC lab?
Sure, why not? Hi, good morning all. My name is Indresh Bhatia and I lead the monitoring and control solutions from ITC. This is our monitoring and controls lab where we are actually testing, designing all the smart products that Xylem is now creating. We have all the infrastructures to test and validate and design basically the electronics based hardware and firmware products. As you can see over here, the type of projects that we are running over here range from very small electronic boards which can be used as application interface boards, sensor interface boards for smarter systems, to application development where we use standard off-the-shelf available drives. For example, these are Danfoss drives on which we are developing our pump applications. We also have the projects on IoT platform where we get the data from the drives, pump controllers, and push that data to cloud for remote monitoring. We also have the projects where we have sensor interfaces, where we have the cloud connect devices which have different communication interfaces like Modbus, maybe GSM, SIM-based connectivity, which gives me a connected solution. We also have a very small wet test setup over here where we have the pumps, we have the sensors and the water, and then we can get the actual data so that we can test our hardware and software solutions end to end. The skill sets that we have in our team range from electronics hardware design, embedded firmware design, programming C, C++, IoT, etc. We have test engineers who can make the setups for testing these solutions and do some kind of an automation. And we have a software engineering team. So these are the skill sets that we have in the team. I think this is a very, very short tour about the MNC. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Indresh.
Thank you.
So much. So guys, I hope you all are enjoying our tour. So now I would like to show you some things about our posters and all. So come on. Guys, here you can see our posters. These all are high runner products. All products developed by our own ITC employees. So now we are moving in a 3D bin. So come on guys, let's take a steps. It's good for our health, right? So come on. So guys, here you all can see our beautiful place of our campus. This is the one of the best place of our campus. So before COVID, we are hang out with our colleagues. We are taking high tea, morning tea. So we are enjoying this amazing view of our campus. Hello, sir.
Namaste.
So, please introduce our team.
Hi there, I am Alpesh Chaudhary, Senior Manager in the New Product Development and Engineering at ITC Vadodara campus. Here in this wing, we are mainly focused on mechanical product design. So I will just take you through the journey of the projects what we are working on. So here you can see one of the example of the submersible weight pump where our engineers are working on mainly on a casting product design. So we have about like 60 people sitting over here in this area. They are working with the Xylem global products in dewatering, wastewater, AWS water supply, dewatering. Here you can see one of the recent launch of the product. We call it like a twin dual arm pump for the North American market. This is one of the premium product for the circulators area, used mainly in the HVAC industry. Here you can see this is one of the end suction cascade pump designed as per the European regulatory requirement for the minimum efficiency index. Here you can see one of the largest split case pump recently launched in the North American market. Here you can see one of the multi-stage pump designed for the 100 bar pressure rating, cascade multi-stage horizontal and vertical configuration. Here you can see the product for the booster package, what we are working on, mainly for the residential and commercial building. Here you can see fire pump, split case fire pump, mainly used for the as per the NFPA 20 requirement and ULFM requirement in North American market. This is one of the dewatering product line. You can see it is a trailer used for the dewatering application. So thanks for your time and have a nice journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Alpesh, for
Thank
your
you.
wonderful tour
Yeah.
of your team. So guys, now let's go and have a look in a tear down lab. Hello everyone.
Hi.
Namaste. So it seems very busy day as always.
Yeah, true.
So please give a short tour of our tear down lab.
Yeah, sure, thanks. Hey, namaste all. I'm Devang Desai, working in Xylem since 2012. I'm currently leading the Value Engineering Center of Excellence group. This group is basically having all the set of process and the tools to solve all the business in the Xylem for the value engineering kind of project. So we support GC in competitive benchmarking, in productivity margin improvement, in setting of target cost for new product development, and also we support to develop the engineering spec. Right now you are in a tear down lab, which is actually established very well. We have a complete set of tools to support all kind of a product line, electronics as well as mechanical. Here you can see we have a tear down one of our product at its lowest level to identify its functions and the various observations. We also do same things for the competitor pumps and do a part by part analysis in terms of identifying the observations around the design features, quality features, safety features, manufacturability aspects, functionality, and also we captures the various dimensions and way to calculate the cost. And this is how we benchmark our product with the competitions and try to identify the gap. Once we identify gap, and we can develop the competitive product for the future. So this is how we are competitive in the market. Other than this, in lab we have a 3D printer where we can print our concepts to check the fitment, as well as we can do a prototype test. Here you can see one of the video that we developed for the prototype builder, and we tested in same lab itself for the functionality. We also have the 3D scanner where we can scan our product to qualify the design and tools with the our product design. So this is what we have in tear down lab. Thanks, Khushbu.
Thank you so much.
Thanks all.
Yeah, thank you so much, Devan.
Yeah.
So guys, now we are going to see our PLM capabilities. So before that, see our beautiful refreshing golf area. Hello, Vaibhav. Namaste. Yeah. So please tell about your team, about VLM capabilities of our Xylem.
Hello everyone, my name is Vaibhav Mahala and I am with Xylem India Tech Center as a manager of engineering systems. Here I take care of two key portfolios. The first one is the new product development team for the water infrastructure group of Sweden, the team which you have just met. They are an extended part of the Sweden team. And the second key portfolio is the product lifecycle management group, where we take care of the different engineering applications. One of the key applications that I would like to mention is the Xylem Global Vault, because it's like an engineering lifeline that connects different departments of Xylem, like the engineering and design, manufacturing, ERP, the sales, the commercial teams, etc. And it acts like a platform where the engineers can exchange the intellectual property data securely. And it's interesting to be a part of Xylem contributing to the global mission to solve water. Let's solve water.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much, Vaibhav.
Thank you.
So guys, situated 3D wing is opposite to 3D wing. So guys, this is a 3A wing when we are entering. So here we can see our FEA analysis teams and CFD teams. Hello Arun, namaste.
Namaste.
So please introduce your team and for our audience.
Thank you. Hello everyone, I am Arun Jire, Senior Manager Product Simulation, Computational Fluid Dynamics. Computational Fluid Dynamics mainly deals with flow behavior and hydraulic behavior within the system. Our team over here works on the various new product developments for AWS, dewatering and treatment teams. Apart from that, we also support all commercial teams for their orders to win their orders using CFD. So these are some of the examples which I am going to demonstrate. So this is the team for the treatment which they are working on. And these are the new product development for the EXE, for the LoRa team over for the AWS. Thank you. Thank you everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much Arun. Thank you so much. Hello Prithvish, namaste.
Hello, this is Prithvish. I am basically leading this finite element analysis team. So FEA teams basically use for that to do a structural design validations and optimizations. So we are supporting across the globe for various product line of Xylem, and we are covering that applications like that new product development, design optimization, root cause analysis, and some simulation driven design optimizations. And we are supporting that commercial teams as well as that global value centers. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. So guys, now I would like to show you our dining area of our campus. So guys, this is a pretty nice ambience that we have. So this is very nice in our art building. So this uniqueness of this architecture is due to this corrugated sheet you can see over here. So which all corrugated sheets are fully chemically treated. It gives a very unique and drastic personality of our building. So, and here you can see an auditorium area where we are celebrating our festival and competitions. So guys, now we are entering in the first A wing. So here we have our emerging market team. Hello Amit.
Hey, hi.
Yeah, namaste. Amit, please introduce your team for our audience, our emerging market team.
Okay, so hi, myself Amit Srivastava, and I lead the tender engineering team over here at ITC. So we are also supporting in the project execution and order engineering work. So basically we are covering most of our emerging market regions, that is Middle East and Turkey, Southeast Asia, Oceania, and mostly basically on the Africa regions as well. So we are involved in the order execution work as well. So I think we can have a couple of examples, so might be you can understand. So basically you can see over here that these are the fleet products, and these work we normally do for the Oceania region. So there are the 4 pumps in the pump stations, and we always provide the layout drawings and the piping drawings for those. And also we do some project engineering work as well. You can see like this is the fleet product, and this is the fleet product installation, and as you can see the 3D view. So we always do this type of work for the Oceania and for the other regions as well.
Yeah, thank you so much Amit for your wonderful team.
Thanks for the book. Thanks.
So guys, now let's go and meet our water treatment development system team. Hello Vilas. Namaste. So please explain your water treatment team.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Abhilash, and this is our small water treatment systems development group, and we are proud to be associated in the development of the TARAN filtration systems. Now, TARAN is a completely novel offering. It is kind of an innovation in itself, and I just give a brief like what we have been doing. So this is basically the standardized package offering that you see out here, which can be integrated in a normal water treatment plant. These are basically the filter systems, the TARAN filter systems that you look at. With this TARAN filter systems, basically we are serving Xylem's mission in making water more sustainable, usable, and accessible for the entire environment. In ITC Vadodara, we have actually realized the complete process, the mechanical, electrical, and control systems, detail engineering right here. So proud to be associated with. Thanks.
Thank you Abhilash for your wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So guys, hope you all are enjoying our tour. So now I hand over to Sanjay for end notes. Thank you.
So Sanjay, I believe you wanted to do some closing remarks before we go to the next part of our presentation.
Yeah, Ellen, I just wanted to say that, yeah, to all the participants, that hello again. I hope all of you had a good virtual tour of the India Technology Center. Though we had some of the issues with the internet and all, I think something related with Zoom, because when we did on Zoom to Zoom, it was working very well. But somehow some connection issues. But I think you would have gained a good understanding of what we do here. So I welcome all of you to visit our technology center whenever you are in India. Also, if you are interested in working with us or want to collaborate with us, please do reach out to us. And please feel free to contact us if you have any questions, either today or after Venki's presentation, after we have gone through the ITC Bangalore presentation, or you can also approach us later on. So with this, back to you, Ellen. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. And we want it to be authentic, right? And that's when technical glitches come in. And knows what
Yeah.
it's like. So
It's just very frustrating, because
Bangalore. So Venki, hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me? Fine?
I can hear you fine. So is our Director Smart Infrastructure Program Manager. He's based in the Bangalore campus. So go ahead, Venki.
All right. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Sanjay. Thanks, Dave, for the introduction. Let me take this opportunity again to welcome all of you, welcome all of the students. Want to take this opportunity to thank the winners from Japan again. I was a student many years ago, but I would never had this kind of enthusiasm as you guys have to participate in industries, and also it's really encouraging to see this from young people. So let me give a brief background of what you're going to see. Very shortly, I won't speak for long, I promise. So Bangalore is on the south side of the southern part of India. If you look at India, the V-shaped is the southern part of India. It's called the Silicon Valley of India, mainly because we have every marquee company that you know of in Bangalore. We have Oracle, SAP, Boeing, Google, LinkedIn. And so true to that nature, we have about 12 million population roughly in Bangalore, predominantly young IT professionals. So that's the unique proposition that Bangalore provides. And so with that background, Bangalore is more into software, advanced technologies, using cutting edge technologies for Xylem. So what you're going to see after I stop talking is a brief introduction of our facilities, our office facilities. You'll meet some of my managers who will explain to you their groups, what they work for. They'll take you around the floor. And lastly, you will see something that we are very proud of. It's called our Customer Experience Center. And we use the Microsoft HoloLens technology to provide a 3D rendition of a smart city. And so we get customers in there, they put on the HoloLens and they can literally see the whole smart city, and they can zoom in and zoom out using their fingers, and we can explain the whole smart city concept to them. So you'll see a little bit of that. It probably won't be as fascinating as it is in real life on video, but hopefully you get the picture of what it is. So without further ado, I'll introduce the video to you, but please bear in mind that some of this video has been shot pre-COVID days. So you might see people in the cafeteria eating. This was shot way back in October and December. So right now we are fully COVID compliant. So Ellen, can you take over and present the video, please?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Venki Ramachandran. Welcome to ITC Bangalore campus. As mentioned, we are on the 4th floor of hub number 2. That's the second building you saw in the video. And today I welcome you to this campus. I hope you have a wonderful day understanding what we do in the campus, meeting some of our managers, and hoping you have a good understanding of ITC's charter. And wanted to give you a quick introduction to what we do here at ITC Bangalore. As you can see on the screen, we have three main products, three main pillars of what we do. I have roughly about 200 plus engineers that I manage, and they're divided 50% on the first two. Arguably, my smallest team is the professional services team on the extreme right. Let me step you through each of those models. The one on the extreme left is the global extended engineering team. What that means is we hire for the global teams from our US, Europe, Singapore, offices. So as you know, Xylem has many offices. They are all called growth centers. These growth centers have the products and the services that our engineers help enhance here in ITC. And so these team members that are part of the Global Extended Engineering team belong to the teams from US, and they work in the same time zone. So some of these work 8 in the night or in the morning. But ITC management, me, just has to make sure that they have a good work environment, they have works work great, it works great, they have a good office environment working, but they are part of the global team. And this model is helping our growth center team to have an extended reach, have 24/7 development, because the people in US and India, and development can happen throughout the day. An advantage for ITC Bangalore is that we now know the entire Xylem product portfolio, because all these team members in this team have worked for every product, for every software and hardware we have on there. So this is our global extended engineering team, and we have roughly about 70 to 80 engineers in this group. The one in the middle is a solutions development organization, and within that I have verticals for each of the technologies. And the technologies are hardware, firmware, software, testing, and deployment to production. So we do end-to-end solution development, and one of the examples of that is for the smart irrigation project. We'll see in the next slide, where we had to develop some hardware, write some firmware code, and then the full software was developed by our engineers here in ITC, and then we have deployed it into production. So this is our solutions development organization, and that also roughly has about 50 to 60 engineers. The third core pillar is professional services. These are services that we provide to our customers who have purchased our software. Meaning once our software is in production and we have to onboard a new customer, we have to write some custom integrations to send our data from our application to their enterprise systems. That's a custom work we have to do for them. Or we have to provide 24/7 support for our products because the customers are around the world. We have to check the health of the application so that they always get reliability from our products. For all of these services, our customers are willing to pay us money. So this professional services is extra revenue we can make on top of products that we sell to our customers. Those are the three core pillars of ITC Bangalore, and every one of the engineers in this team, in this floor today, work in one of these three organizations. Next slide shows us the applications that we have developed in the past 2.5 years. I won't go through every one of these applications because they're fairly detailed, but just to give you an insight into what we have done, I'll go in from the extreme top left corner and go clockwise. FST stands for Field Smart Technologies. It's for our dewatering growth center. And this pump you see in the middle is our Godwin dewatering pump. And the application is a web application. You can control this remotely. So even if this pump is in a remote lake, it is connected through satellite and battery powered diesel engine, you can control, you can stop the pump remotely using the web application. And that's the functionality of this application. Then you go to the right in the middle, we have the Insight application, and that basically the handheld application that gets the performance characteristics of a pump in a factory. So it's a small device that you put on top of the pump using surface mounted contacts. It will detect the vibration, temperature of the pump, and it will derive a lot of other parameters, and it gives alerts in the handheld mobile. So the operator doesn't have to walk a factory floor. You can just sit in his desk, get an alert saying vibration is too high, and go and check the situation in the desired pump. That is a handheld application, and very similar to that is our application called Hydrosphere. It's a combination of web application and mobile application. And the thing you see in the center is our sensors. These are about 7 or 8 sensors that are part of this big blue tube called a sonde. You put all the sensors and put it into the water body, lake or river, and it can send 40 different parameters of the water every minute. And the data is collected over a website, and again, you can trend it
and you can see how the dissolved oxygen or nitrogen levels in the water fluctuate. If it's raining and too much of mud and silt are in the water that is not fit for drinking, those parameters can let you know that. Coming down, we have the XCPC, which is our web application for treatment plants. In the middle, we have a smart irrigation application that we talked about a brief moment ago. It's a handheld application that lets farmers smartly use water. And instead of overwatering or underwatering, they know exactly based on the crop how much water to do, and they can set the schedule on the mobile app, and it waters the right amount of water at the right time, and that's efficient use of resources. The last application on the lower left corner is Aqua Talk, which is our web application for the China commercial team. This is for the Chinese market, and they want a web application to help utilities control the pump stations. So remotely, you can look at every parameter of the pumping station, the temperature, the quality of the water, the CCTV, and you can manage the entire pumping station from your office. You don't have to have physical human beings in the pumping station. So these are some of the applications that we have developed so far, and we hope to do more along the same lines. And a very brief look into the future is I want to focus ITC along with Sanjay and the Bangalore team on 5 core cornerstones. And you all are students, and you're welcome to join ITC Bangalore or any of our other offices. But the core focus for us here in Bangalore is to make this center the technology hub for all emerging markets. The EM you see here is emerging markets, which is 6 regions in this area. It's Middle East, China, India, Vietnam, ASEAN countries, Australia. And so for all of these areas, we want to be the technology hub. We want to develop applications for them, for their use cases. And that's our first focus. We want to localize all of the Xylem hardware and software products for sale here in India and emerging markets where price is a big driver for adopting these products. We have digitization and innovation along these 5 different technologies. AR, VR is augmented reality and virtual reality. How do we use this technology to solve some of the problems with our current portfolio and provide a service? Blockchain, machine learning, and artificial intelligence are all upcoming technologies. And connectivity means connecting our devices to third-party clouds or connecting third-party devices that are off the shelf into our cloud. The interconnectivity is something that we are focusing on. And ITC Bangalore wants to play a big role in that. The last 2 are just for internal development. We want to continue to invest in our employees and skills training and development for our employees, along with a robust process for solutions development, something we focus on. So that hopefully gives you an idea of what the ITC Bangalore has done, how we are organized, and what we are focusing on in the future.
I'll now hand you over to Arya, who can take you through the rest of the day and the rest of the tour.
Hi all, welcome to Xylem Bangalore. This is the 4th floor of Carley Hub, and myself Arya Lakshmi, content writer and localization coordinator of Xylem Bangalore, and I have Hemant Patal, who is the software engineer. And as we enter the 4th floor, we have a reception on our left side, and we have a small waiting area for our visitors, along with the displays which shows the products, Xylem products, and it shows the different watermark activities and other events that happen in our office. Then we'll move to the viewing of our office, which is the first half. And as we move on a wall, we have our brands, Xylem brands. Xylem has acquired a number of companies as it has grown, and these are the few brands of the companies. Our products still operate on the same brand names. And then we walk into the next half of our office. Now let's meet Harsha Pai, who is the manager of census team. Let's hear it from you. Hi Harsha, we have the students with us on the call. What do you have to say?
Hi, good evening and good morning to all of you. It's nice to meet you all virtually. Like Arya said, my name is Harsha and I play the role of a senior software engineering manager here in Xylem India, ITC. I have a team of about 50 to 55 engineers, all working on different aspects of our smart metering brand called Census. Census makes smart meters for water, gas, and electricity. And we not just make these meters, but we also provide the entire software solution to be able to completely automate and run the meter network using software. The primary R&D center that we have is in Raleigh, in North Carolina, in the United States. And here we have an extended team of engineers who work together with the team in the US. So whether it's developing software solutions, handheld tools, testing of meters and different software capabilities, we have all engineers who work on all those aspects. My team also does work for system intelligence as well as cybersecurity as well. So you'll meet some of my team members during this virtual presentation. And like I said, it has been great to interact with you over this video, and I wish you all the best. Thanks, Javier.
Now let's hear it from Sindhu Govardhan, who is the product security leader of ITC. Let's hear it from her. Hi Sindhu. So we have the students with us on the call. What are you to tell us?
Hi all, I'm Sindhu Govardhan. I lead cybersecurity team here in ITC. So we usually work with our engineers and technical team to incorporate security into the organization as well as our product portfolio. And next, we are a team of 12. So in our day-to-day life, we will do risk assessment, asset management, secret management, identity and access management. And we work on designing the security architecture, implementing the security controls, and security assessments, incident response, and so on. Thank you. All the best.
Okay, and now let's meet Seema Nagraj, who is the lead of testing. Let's hear it from her. Hi Seema, we have the students with us on the Xylem 2 call now. What are you to tell us?
Hi everyone, myself Seema Nagraj. I'm working as an assistant engineer in Xylem. I basically responsible for the quality assurance of the team, and myself and my team work for a census growth center, which tests the electric meters, water meters, and gas meters. These are all the smart meters. So let me quickly show you our wall, which we have been installed some meters on the wall. So this is how it looks like. So these are all the smart meters this side, and these are the smart points. What we do here is these meters are all connected, and we access them through this Pi. These are Raspberry Pi, where we access from our machine, and we connect to these meters. Later, we test it using a field logic tool, which basically push the configuration into the meter, and we see that whether the configuration pushed is proper or not by re-verifying them. Similarly, we have an electrical lab here. So this is the electric meters all installed, and we perform a similar task on this. Thank you, everyone.
Now let's meet Sanjay Amritkar, who is the senior manager of PCOE and Centec. Let's hear it from him. Hi Sanjay, we have the students with us on the Xylem tour online with us. So what are you to tell them?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Sanjay Amritkar. I am, as introduced, I am leading the Power Center of Excellence and the Centec division in ITC Bangalore. Actually, we are based in Cambridge, and since at least last 13 years, more than that. And we have excellent team sitting in ITC Bangalore, which was put up in place in Jan 2019. I have a team of around 8 people who are working with both the teams. Two of them are in Suntec and the balance are in the Toyota Center of Excellence. So basically, just to give understanding of what we do, the Toyota Center of Excellence activities are led to are supposed to be working upon all the development activities regarding the drives and the pumps, which will be catering to the Xylem requirements. So this is the initiative to ensure that whatever requirements are coming across Xylem globally, they will be catered by the Power Center of Excellence team. And as we know that PCOE would be a power trans teams basically are the bread and butter of Xylem is basically working on pumps and drives because that's the core business what we are looking for. So we have different growth centers who are catering individually to meet their own requirements, making making pumps and drives like Flick, Dovara, and other teams in other centers in Xylem. But all the requirements will be catered by the team in Cambridge and ITC, Bangalore. So that's how. And we are trying to gear up with activities like ensuring to have a setup in the lab which can cater to this development. So we have a full-fledged, we are getting to make it more full-fledged. We have the power analyzers, we have the three-phase power supply, we have all the different requirements to have the spectrum analyzers as well as the high motors, high rated motors, the drives we are working upon. So just to have a sim and just to show you some of them. So these are the, excuse if this is not in the right way, but just for your understanding, this has been put over here. So we have the power analyzers, we have the power supplies, we have the motors which are lying here. Recently we have developed one modular platform which was meant for 2.5 kilowatt drive, which is this model platform is going to go into a 2.5 kilowatt single phase single PCB drive, which will be catering to specifically made for Loara. So that is one actually that we are looking for. In this, here is one of my team, Parikshit, who is sitting here working upon. He is a part of Centec, so he is working upon the developing some prototype PCBs right now, and trying to make our own in-house PCB just to ensure that we do it fast turnaround and all those things. So he is working upon some good. Also, just to give an introduction of what Centec does, Centec is working upon all the technology developments related to the meters and the water monitoring systems and all those things. So, water quality monitoring systems. So, this is a water quality monitoring PCB, which is he's working upon right now. I can show you around some more instruments which are. This is this is EcoStream electronic load DC load, which we are using for loading or simulating our power drives. And there's so both are 3 kilowatt loads. So we have the DWN stack things for LCR meters. So this is the lab that we have seen, and we can see the team around here. He is Abhishek, one of my team member. He is gearing up for understanding the power electrical domain and all these things. So we have a wide. We are ensuring that we have a catering to the getting the interns into our team as well as experienced people. So we have a wide mixture of people. Okay, thank you very much.
we're standing in front of our office's Customer Experience Center. This is where we invite customers who are interested in Xylem's product portfolio. We give them an insight into how our products work. And inside there, you will see something really exciting that hopefully you've not seen before. You will see a 3D rendition of a smart city that you can view using Microsoft's hologram and 3D technology. And we'll give you a demonstration of how that works. So let's go into the Customer Experience Center.
Wow, those are really great offices, as well as the ones that Sanjay showed earlier. I really love the color and the design of your offices. Back to you, Venki.
Thank you. I just want to, before I hand it over to you for question and answer, Ellen, I just wanted to thank the students one more time. Hopefully you got a good idea of what the ITC stands for, the India Technology Center stands for, what we do in both the campuses, and how we support the global Xylem company. So thank you again. Thank you again for giving us the opportunity to host you today. And hope you all have a wonderful life, wonderful career. And if your career meets Xylem, we'll be glad to host you in Xylem. Thank you so much. Back to you, Ellen.
Thank you, Venki. And so let us move to few Q&A. So if you want to see all the panelists at the top, instead of a speaker view, go to gallery view, and then you see everyone, all the panelists that are here with me today. So if you have additional questions, don't forget you can also post your own questions in the Q&A. But I had a few questions that I received in advance from some students, either by email or on the Facebook page. Let me see, maybe Dave, I can start with you. And because we have all these young people on the phone with us today, why is the next generation so critical to solve water?
Yeah, I think, you know, this generation, all the folks that are on the line, the winners, there's this incredible passion about solving some of these big environmental challenges. So that's one. And then I also think this generation is really critical because the time is now. We've got no more time to waste in really addressing some of these really critical challenges and applying technology to meet these challenges. And so just from a timing standpoint alone, it's really important that, that this generation be passionate, be involved, get engaged, given the criticality of the environmental situation.
That is so true. Thank you, Dave, for that. Let me see, maybe Sanjay or anyone on Sanjay's team. What do you think, what makes Xylem's approach to innovation so unique? Sanjay?
Sanjay, you're on mute.
Okay, I don't know if any of my team member want to answer this, but but I would say that, yeah, the Xylem actually, why we are so unique is that Xylem has a 360-degree approach to innovation. So which includes working on solutions based on voice of customer, technology scouting, collaborating with universities and external partners. And the Xylem innovative approach is unique where it looks at the entire solution and approaches the entire water cycle and value to customer instead of focusing on just one product or component. So this makes, this makes us very unique in a way. There are many other reasons as well. Like we not only focus on the not only products and solutions, but Xylem's innovation extends to business processes, manufacturing processes, smart factories. There's with which we are even helping to reduce the carbon footprint, effective utilization of manufacturing utilities. So bringing in transparency to the customers about how the orders have to be processed and all that. So there's a whole range of innovation that we have here in Xylem.
Okay, thank you, Sanjay.
Thank you.
That's another question. I'm not sure, maybe Harsha, this is an interesting one for you. How are Xylem's digital solutions transforming the water sector? I think probably you are best equipped to answer that one, Harsha.
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question. And one of the key focus for Xylem this year has been to be more stronger in our digital offerings. And we are already offering a lot of solutions which are enhancing our ability to solve water problems using our digital capabilities. Some of the example that I can share is we've got a lot of intelligent leak detection solutions wherein we deploy our sensors in a water network, and our software is capable of intelligently identifying where leaks are happening and notifying the utilities without even having the need for individuals to visit the sites. And I think that is of great benefit, especially in developing countries such as India, wherein we have about 40% of water being lost. We call that non-revenue water. And again, with all of our smart metering capabilities, the R&D work that is going on in having predictive analytics, which predicts how devices can fail, how pumps can fail, how you can do proactive maintenance on your devices in your water network. All of these digital solutions are out there in the market helping our customers. And yeah, these are some of the examples. And under Dave's guidance, we still continue to do a lot of research and development in this aspect. And hopefully we'll be able to offer more solutions in the future.
Great.
Ellen, if I can add to that, can you hear me, Ellen?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So if I can just add one more example to that, something that's near and dear to me is, if we open the tap, right, to fill a glass of water, and you see murky water coming in, how do you know where was the impurities inserted into the water network? It's very difficult to do that, right? So you might have had good water in the dam, you might have good water in the pumping station, but along the water network somewhere, impurities got in. Where exactly is the impurities? How fast can you fix it? Those kind of use cases are out there. These technologies like blockchain or RFID, where every point in the water network, they say the quality is this and timestamp it. We can quickly track back and say it was good here, it is not good here, so it's somewhere in the middle. So those kind of use cases are what we're trying to solve for our customers. So, and hopefully technologies like blockchain can help us with that. So just an example.
Great, thank you. Dave, maybe you want to add to this, digitalization, and why do you think digital transformation is so important to water?
I mean, if you think about it, with the aging infrastructure that we've got, kind of inefficient infrastructure that we've got in a lot of places, the ability to make better decisions around that infrastructure, to make these systems more resilient, more affordable, more efficient, more sustainable in general. Digital technologies facilitates that, allows that, enables that, which is why it's such a large focus of Xylem. It's also one of the unique ways we're approaching. You asked the question of Sanjay earlier, how are we, why is innovation at Xylem unique? Because we do have this broad portfolio, and when you bring digital to that portfolio, that very broad portfolio, you've got a real ability to help water operators gain better insights about that infrastructure, and make better decisions about that infrastructure, which ultimately leads to those things I talked about: more efficient infrastructure, more affordable water, and that's just good for communities, and it's good for the environment.
Okay, great, thank you. Frank, you mentioned some of the examples of projects that your team was working on. And maybe you can talk to us a little bit more about one of the projects that your team executed. One thing that I thought was interesting is such as the smart irrigation app. Maybe you want to tell us more a best practice of a real life example implemented.
Yeah, that's a great question, Ellen. So India is predominantly still an agricultural country, right? We've got a very large population, 60-70% of our population still does agriculture. And we have a unique problem in India, which is that electricity and water are two commodities, two resources that the political parties use for to come into power. So they give free electricity to farmers, right? And what that does is they run the pumps 24/7 because electricity is free. Water is groundwater, so they pump all the groundwater. There's no regulation on that, so the overwatering destroys the crops. So if you take irrigation, which is our biggest source of GDP, and you solve the irrigation problem, you're solving multiple issues. First is you're not overwatering, so you're not depleting the groundwater. You are increasing the crop yield, which gives more profit. Probably the crops are better. Electricity is monitored. The life of the pump can go longer than 2 years if they don't run it 24/7. So there are a lot of problems you can fix, and this benefits not only the country, it benefits the natural resources in the country, it benefits Xylem as a company because we can sell more, and then it also helps the farmers because they get more time and they get more money. So I think that solution, they don't have to go to the field to figure out how much water has been watered, right? The handheld can tell them exactly how much water is there in the soil. So I think this is going to revolutionize how India uses water. Is something I'm very passionate about.
Great.
Good question.
Great, thank you. So maybe Devang, I haven't asked you a question yet. So maybe one for you. What is Xylem doing to help communities facing the biggest economic challenges? And maybe you can answer it in relation to India. So what is Xylem doing, or the teams there are doing, to help communities facing the biggest challenges?
Thanks, Ellen. Sure. This is a good question. And first is that the current program is basically educating and communicating on the importance of the water, right? So build a water tower in a remote area to provide a communities an easy access to clean and drinkable water. Other part is like helping the community in the times of natural disasters to bring back the normal life, like Thai cave rescues, dewatering floods in Kerala. So there are lots of examples that Xylem is always supporting the community on various aspects and various disasters. So
great, thank you. So Dirash, you're my co-host here today. You didn't get any additional questions, I believe, right? I didn't see any additional questions either.
Yeah, I was requesting students to come up with any questions they have. So unfortunately, we do not have. Yeah.
So maybe one last question, because I know Zoe is on the call. Zoe won the Diploma of Excellency in the Stockholm Junior Water Prize. So congratulations again, Zoe. She's the US finalist. Dave, she asked the question to our CEO and CMO, and she wanted to know, how does a day in your job look like? So maybe you can answer that for her as well. I'm sure it's as interesting from your end as from the colleagues that were based in Rybrook. And I know in corporate times.
Dave is laughing.
No, I'm laughing because the day in my job these days, unfortunately, involves a lot of Zoom calls from very early in the morning till the nighttime. But no, so a typical day, generally I spend a lot of time with my team looking at a lot of time with my team talking through, lately we've been spending some time on the strategy, right? So a lot of our time lately, typical days in my life, I spent a lot of time talking about the strategy in terms of innovation and technology, how we support the broader Xylem strategy. And so we have talked spent a lot of time thinking about the future of water and where the future horizons of innovation are going to be for Xylem. And what we described today on the phone was a lot about kind of horizons, innovation horizons that are more near term, midterm, right? This digitization of water, creating better data around water systems and using that data to make better decisions and create more efficient infrastructure, et cetera. But when you look out further and you think about where that leads to in the future and the maturing of technologies like digital twin technology, which is, kind of a digital representation of a physical asset network, think water network, et cetera, maturing of that technology, and then the broad sensoring of those networks. And then you extrapolate that further, you can quickly get to a point where you can see a day when there is, autonomous infrastructure on the horizon, right? Infrastructure that becomes self-healing, if you will, self-adjusting, if you will. And so while my days are very varied, lately past, several months as we're in that strategy development period, a lot of my days have been spent discussing kind of the future of water and how technology plays a role in it. And again, that's kind of our views on that. And we spend a lot of time speaking with customers about that, validating that, spending time, as I mentioned before, walking in our customer shoes alongside of our customer shoes to kind of validate that, understand their needs.
Great. And Dave, you just mentioned talking a lot to the customer, right? I think you and your team has worked on quite an extensive program now on voice of the customer within your team. So maybe you want to say a few words about that.
Yeah, we really do take that very seriously. That's not just that's not just stuff that we say and there's no meat behind that. We have been embedding that more structured voice of customer in all of our processes across the business. And as Ellen said, we've launched a voice of customer program with some external partners so that we can embed that deeper in our product development process. We're moving towards more agile product development process. We use agile development processes in a lot of parts of the business. Others, we're moving quickly towards that. And a fundamental tenet of a more agile development innovation process is, in fact, staying in touch with the customer more frequently throughout the course of a development project so that you more quickly get to an end result that better meets customers' needs, as opposed to a typical process or a historical process where you might only interact with customers at very discrete points of time. A more agile process that is based more heavily on voice of customer and more continuous voice of customer throughout the entire development process, you get to better solutions quicker, and that's what we're trying to do here.
Great, excellent. Any one of the panelists, anything you want to add to that? Okay, I guess in India, a lot of voice of customers happening as well. One thing I've learned on your videos, well, first of all, I think you have impressive offices. I myself haven't been able to travel there, Dave, as you recall. We wanted to go there a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, with the Marketing Council. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it. But one thing I learned on your video is I think you say hi with namaste. How do you say thank you?
It's dhanyavad.
That's cool.
It's a bigger complicated word. It's a bigger complicated word. But yeah, you can always say namaste for greeting when you meet somebody new, or you can always say namaste when you're heading out. It's just a mutual respect for the person in front of you.
I would say it is becoming more common now because of this COVID.
It's trending. Yeah.
So you are no longer shaking hands, but you are saying namaste.
Yeah, so thank you all very much for participating in that. I actually just got a question here. Hold on. Oh, we got a question from a student. So let's take that time to answer that one. So this is one of our national organizers who's based in Singapore. It's Mariam, and thank you for the question, Mariam. So she's just said she realizes the India ITC offices are focused on mechanical, electrical, and software innovations. Where are the membrane R&D stationed? I don't know who can take that question.
If it's membrane for osmosis, RO type membrane, then David, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think those kind of research goes on in our treatment in Germany.
I'll take that out. Yeah, I mean, so we've got a treatment business that has three fundamental technologies around filtration, disinfection, and aeration. And the centers for those are disinfection. So think about UV and ozone. That's located in Germany. It's under our Wedeco brand. Our filtration treatment technology headquarters, if you will, is in Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh. And then on the aeration side, that is outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the US. So a couple of those treatment technology hubs are in the US, one of those is in Europe. And then as you heard today, the teams in India support all of our business units across the globe. And so they certainly support the treatment business unit. They actually have spent a lot of time recently localizing some of the disinfection portfolio in India for Indian markets. You recall I talked earlier about how the needs of customers in markets are different. In particular, emerging markets are different. So we couldn't just take our European design disinfection equipment and bring that to India as was. The team in India spent a lot of time localizing that, understanding the needs of the local customers, and then kind of modifying that package before they brought that over to India for use in India and the emerging markets. And so just an example of the collaboration between India and the benefit of having this big, broad technology capability in India to serve markets outside of Western markets.
Great, thank you, Dave and
So
Maria.
probably, Dave, I would like to add here something, Ellen, that just want to add something to what Dave has said, that in ITC Vadodara, we are actually working on membrane technology for waste treatment, biological wastewater treatment, which is a very new technology that we are developing. It's called Terron. So there is some work going on in the Vadodara campus right now. We are going to do some piloting work with one of the research institutes in India, and in another 3-4 months we'll be knowing how the technology works. So it's in the development process. It's a membrane type disc filter that we are looking at.
Excellent. Thank you, Sanjay. And we got another comment from Mariam, and Mariam, I'll reach out to you. So Mariam is saying thanks to everyone. And her day job is actually teaching, and she's interested to see whether there's internship places for diploma students, obviously after COVID-19. So Mariam, I'll reach out to you separately by email. I should have your email as you're one of the national organizers, but I've noted your name down. Worst case, I can always get your email address from our CIWI association. So I'll get back to you on that. Great question. Okay. And I got her email as well through the Q&A. Thank you, Mariam. I'll reach out to you. So we are already a long time overdue. All of the participants stayed on. So all, thank you very much that you were able to stay 15 minutes longer. We apologize for any technical glitches, but that's when it goes live, right? So I really want to make sure that you saw it authentic. So this really proved it. I want to say thank you to all of the panelists, for the teams in the background who made all these impressive videos. If I could just ask you if you could share your latest video with me again, I'll make sure I'll make them available as a link to the students to download so they can always watch them again. And so that leaves me just with saying namaste, right?
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Namaste.
Yes. Namaste. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Take care.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Stay safe. Thank you.